Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avadon 2 The Corruption. We are going to resume our exploration, and we start by talking to Khalida. You meet Khalida. She likes to rest at this table in Avadon's main dining hall, where she cleans and sharpens her blades and eats every meal they will give her. Even though she is off duty, she wears a full armor and her weapons are all close at hand. When she sees you, she rises, a broad smile on her face. Atantuo, it's good to see you. This is where I am usually found when I am in... Her face trails off. Her occasional fugues are now familiar to you. Avadon, she finally concludes. Come join me. What is it you do while you are in Avadon? I prepare, I train, I keep alert. I wait for someone to choose me for a mission. Sometimes I wait for a long time. Oh, now I feel bad. I don't know. I guess she probably has an interesting backstory that I would like to learn more about. So maybe I will just stick with her and Yannick. Anyway, why do you have to wait for so long? Because of my pauses. It worries some, even though I have never had one while in actual battle. Some are afraid that there will be a first time. They are right to worry. Well, I'm glad to have your blade at my side, no matter what. She smiles and salutes you with her blade. That is good to hear. You are in full armor. I am. It is the way of blade masters of the Qua. We are always alert, as an attack can come at any moment. We treat our armor as a second skin, even though there are drawbacks, such as... Without constant washing, the odor can be an issue. I see. Well, how's the food? Excellent and plentiful. It's amazing how much you need to eat when you wear plate armor 8 hours a day. Only 8 hours a day? So the rest of the time you're not prepared for an attack, huh? Tell me about how you came to Avadon. The question immediately causes her to tune out. Her eyes grow unfocused. Her speech ceases. Then, 10 seconds later, she resumes chatting with you as if nothing happened. Okay, I'm curious about those pauses in your speech. She looks away. I am sorry, Atantuo. I do not wish to discuss it. All I will say is that I have never had one in battle. You can trust my blade. I will not let you down. Well, I'll trust you on that. Good day to you. And to you, Atantuo. Don't forget me next time you leave the Black Fortress. I won't. And hey, Yannick. Yannick, the sorcerer, sits at a long table surrounded by his research. He spends all of his spare time here, continuing his research on the lost cultures. His books and notes show the stains of many minor food and drink spills. Yannick is ever able to set his work aside when you are near. He makes pleasant conversation with you. Tell me more about your work. When I'm not serving Avadon, I continue my research. My life's work. I study the many lost civilizations of Linnaeus. I want to understand their history, their customs, what caused their destruction, and, most importantly, their magic. I stopped being able to focus on this work when Avadon conscripted me, but I'm still allowed it in my spare time. So you were conscripted? Yes, much as you were. I prefer not to discuss it. Keeps me from being bitter. Have you achieved anything? Oh yes, despite the hard work and the danger, there is much to learn. What I lost in freedom I gained in travel and in access to Avadon's libraries. Learned any new magic lately? Yes, from Avadon's trainers, from Avadon's libraries, from my work? No. It has been fascinating, but not in a practical way. Have we found anything interesting on our travels? Nothing yet, only trivia, but now that I'm traveling with you, I'm optimistic. I think I will find something fascinating very soon. Okay. I think that's all I can talk to him about. This area is still closed off. Requires a... I don't know if that's supposed to be white crystal, probably. I could go down to those lower quarters, but I think I wanna... yeah, as I said last time, I think I wanna finish off this fort first. This is also still closed off. Should I talk to Protoss again? About opening the dungeons? Maybe that's something. Was required. Oh, I probably have to finish off this introductory quest, don't I? Let's go here first. I mean, I could go there and take a look. Maybe it's open. Maybe not, though. Wait. Oh. Oh, okay, this is closed off. Southern Portal Corruption. Oh. Okay, this used to go somewhere else. And apparently I'm going here to have a quick peek. And it's closed. Gotcha. So let's talk to the Smith and also Nicodemus while I'm down here. Inform him about that malfunctioning turret. Hey, Duman. That's a new portrait. Although it is the same name. This chamber is a small, crowded smithy. Maybe he didn't even have a portrait in the first game, now that I think about it. Or if he did, I can't quite remember what he looked like. Not like this, though. So this chamber is a small, crowded smithy. The air is hot and full of ash. Multiple chimneys suck the smoke out of the fortress to keep it from wafting down the halls. There is a lone smith manning the forge. He is a short, stocky man with a deeply tanned complexion. You suspect that he is from the Kva. He grimaces as you enter. Welcome, Atantuo. Hot Protoss told me you might be stopping by. I'm Smith the man. He reaches out to shake your hand. As he does, his glove pulls away from his hand, revealing that it has been branded with a T. Yeah, because he has broken the stone code of the Kva and was marked as a criminal. We know that already. Well, my character doesn't. So yeah, Hot Protoss sent me to see you. Of course he did. I am the quartermaster, whether I want to be or not. I can trade with you, of course, but I suspect he wants me to tell you about scarabs. He probably wants me to give you a scarab. I only have one at the moment, but you are welcome to it. A scarab? Yes, a scarab. He removes a piece of jewelry from a pouch. It is indeed a small metal scarab on a thin chain. Its 6 legs end in needle points. This is Avadon magic. Powerful. Only we can use it. Its legs look sharp. Of course. You wear it under your armor. The legs dig in. The legs dig in and the magic goes deep within your being. Don't wince. Many in the Farlands would kill for the power they bring. Well, what sort of power do they give? They can make you stronger, or faster. They can give you magical powers. Scarabs will sustain you, no matter how far you get from Avadon or how many foes attack you. I should know. I've made many of them. Well, I'll take the scarab. Thanks. He hands it to you reverently. There it is. When you wear it, it grabs on. Nobody can steal it. However, you can only take it off or put it on in the safety of Avadon. Anywhere else, it won't let itself be stolen. And a warning, don't wear too many. You need to be strong to withstand their powers. They give, but they also take. You can return to Protoss now. You start out being able to equip only one scarab. You can equip one more for each 7 levels you gain. You can only equip or remove them when on the main floor of Avadon. Alright, I want to trade with you. Alright, I think I have sorted through everything enough to trade properly. I have arms and weapons, supplies, and scarabs. So, what scarabs do you have? Didn't you say that you only had one? Okay, that gives me a healing ability. This gives me a cone of fire attack, cone of ice attack, and earth shatter. Okay, so an AoE earthquake attack around my character that stuns and knocks back. But obviously these are very expensive, so thanks but no thanks. I would like to sell stuff, I guess, since I'm here. I think we established that I don't really need this one. Did I? Oh, okay, I guess now it's sold. Arms and armor. Short bow. You know what? I'm going to find basic equipment anyway, so I don't think I need anything right now, thanks. Anything you can tell me about yourself? You would want to know? He absent-mindedly scratches the back of his right hand, where you saw the T-brand earlier. I hear you have been fighting near the Kwa. I suppose I can give a few words in defense of my people. I am from the Kwa. I came here to use my skills to serve the pack. It is a great honor that Redbeard took us in. Were you here when Avadon was assaulted? I was. I survived by hiding in the dungeons. The jailers and I had to fight to survive, but only a few of the attackers went down there. None of them survived to escape. Tell me about the Kwa. It is a harsh land, but beautiful. Your time there may have given you a bad impression. Do not let its roughness distract you. There is such beauty there. My family is there, and I am glad for them. Tell me about them. I would rather not. Suffice it to say that they are well, growing, moving on. What do you think of the contested lands? Nothing. Redbeard has told us very clearly that Avadon must not take sides in that dispute, even if Kwa citizens had occupied those lands for many years before the Black Age. Well, I didn't mean to ask him about the T-brand, but since the game gives me only this option... His back stiffens. I do not discuss it. And where are you? I would learn to be a little more polite when dealing with those in Avadon. You can't afford to make enemies. Oh, jeez. Chill. I didn't know. So, am I supposed to... go back now? He did not ask me to talk to Nicodemus, interestingly. I wonder if he's going to send me there next. That would be a bit inefficient, making me run back and forth multiple times. But I guess the way around here is actually not that long at all. You return. I've been to the quartermaster. And received a scarab, yes? Good. Scarabs are rare and precious, but if you do a few judicious favors for people in Avadon, you might be able to obtain more. At last I can tell you your mission. Okay, what is my mission? Redbeard has surprised us all by deciding to act quickly and decisively. We need to take the fight to the Wildrealm rebels. Their assaults, as best we can tell, are disorganized. This gives us a chance to find an opening and do real damage to them. First, however, we need knowledge. We know too little about who they are or where they are hiding. We have spoken to Commander Odile of Rockridge Keep. He has found the location of an abandoned rebel lair. We want a Hand of Avadon to be the first person to explore it. Why is it a surprise that Redbeard is acting quickly? I'm sorry, I obviously misspoke. I would not say anything that criticizes the honored keeper of Avadon. Of course. So... I follow Commander Odile's orders? No, you are a Hand of Avadon now. You report to us, Hanvar's Council, and nobody else. Commander Odile is well known for his lack of respect for Avadon. Tolerate no insolence. Hanvar's Council? The council that rules the Pact, occupied by representatives of the 5 Pact nations. Avadon answers only to them, as confused and ineffectual as they are. And if Commander Odile doesn't obey me? You will have to do the best you can. Odile has many friends and much influence. Avadon will deal with him in time, when we have regained our strength. Right, so what exactly should I do? Use the portal you arrived at, and return to Rockridge Keep. Report to Commander Odile. He will tell you where the abandoned hideout is. Go there, learn what you can, and report your knowledge to Commander Odile. Then return to me. Gotcha. Also got more experience. And I'm actually not supposed to officially talk to Nicodemus. That is surprising to me. Obviously I'm going to talk to him regardless. There is an old Daramite puttering around the laboratory. He shuffles around, staring at the floor, muttering his grand plans for new creations and inventions. You note that when he maneuvers close to his assistants, they rapidly find a new place to be. Then he notices you. He runs over to you, grinning. You get a good look at all of his little scars and pits on his arms and face, caused by countless misbehaving experiments. You are Tantuo, yes? A new visitor? Who travels out in the dangerous lands? I am Craftmaster Nicodemus, researcher and defender of Avadon. I can help you, and you can help me too. Okay, tell me more about your work. I am the Craftsmaster of Avadon. When enchanted weaponry and gadgets need to be created and maintained, it is up to me. Redbeard gave me the honor 9 decades ago, and I do my best to live up to it. Now that Avadon is under constant threat of attack, it is very important for me to be focused. You've served 9 decades here? Why, yes, He does a quick mental count. No, that's not right. A long time, though. This is a huge workshop. Avadon is a huge place, with a huge job. You have a lot of assistants. I do, though I can never find them when I need them. That is why for most of my challenging fire-based work I prefer to rely on infernals. Infernals? Yes, tricky to bind, but once they are compelled, they are quite handy. Just please keep a safe distance from them. No matter how much I feed them, they are always hungry. Yes, hungry. Oh, so hungry. Good to know. How do you defend Avadon? Magic, bound into physical objects. They kept me safe when Avadon was attacked. Yes, using spells, rituals, and great care, not like the mindless toys that Tinker Mages churn out. You don't care for Tinker Mages? Hacks! Amateurs! They shame the good name of proper Daramite magic crafting. That is why I have been working on turrets and mines of my own, to show them how it is properly done. And how is that going? I have had no success, and the failures have been somewhat catastrophic. I will continue my efforts. Now, where did my assistants go? What can you do for me? I'm glad you asked. First, I can help you to use runestones to augment items. Go on. He points at the large glowing anvil in the west alcove of the workshop, right next to us. When you find a gemstone with a rune on it, you can use it... Oh, that's him talking again. Oops. When you find a gemstone with a rune on it, you can use it to make your weapons and armor more powerful. But put them on that altar together to bind the runestone's power into the item. He takes a runestone out of his pocket and hands it to you. You can use that for practice. What else should I know about that? There are many sorts of known runestones. Using one destroys the runestone, and once an item is augmented, it is permanent. You can change the enchantment with a different runestone. But that is not all I can do for you. I can also use unique supplies you find on your travels for my research. How does that help me? This research often results in the creation of new, handy forms of magical equipment. If you can bring me something rare and unique that helps me to invent something helpful, I will give you the first one I make. Can you do anything else for me? As if all that was not enough? Well, finally, I always need more mundane raw materials, and for those I need money. You can buy my less helpful creations, and yes, that is all I can do for you. Can you craft any new items for me? Of course, if you have found a rare and unique material. All I will need is the item in question and 500 coins for my expenses. Well, I don't have anything for you right now. Let's trade. Okay, his prices are expensive, of course. I could buy a steel razor disc. But I think I'll be good for now. That's all. Thanks. Okay, that's a quest now, just to remind me. I can't seem to tell him about the humming turret, so that's just a, I don't know, little what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, that's just for atmosphere, I suppose. Have I been everywhere? No, I've not been in the training hall again, and that is where, what's his name? The shaman, Dedrick, was. That's right. You are surprised to find the young shaman Dedrick in the training room. One might expect to find a shaman in a garden or something, but he's working up a sweat practicing with his javelins. Dedrick is eager to take a break from his practice. He holds some ice on his throwing arm and sits on a bench with you, making conversation. You notice that he tends to sit so that the tattoo on his face is toward the wall, obscuring it from view. Oh yeah, you can faintly see that? Like a asterisk shape. Tell me where you are from. The Wildrealm, one of the southern tribes. We lived and ran in a deep wood. I was a young shaman there, rising quickly. It was a good youth. I love to remember it. That was before all of this darkness. Are your people rebelling now? Thankfully, no. My tribe is just outside the rebel area. This is a great blessing. I do not have to wait for the inevitable news of the destruction of my home and my family. What do you think of the rebels? They must be crushed. They will be crushed. I sympathize with their complaints, but the pact must be kept intact. You sympathize? Submitting to the dictates of Hanvar's council has cost us much. The privacy of our sacred rituals, land we believe is ours, the ability to change tolls on roads through lands we control even if the pact has declared them to be free roads. We of the Wild Realm feel these costs every day. Our only difference is in whether or not the price is too high. The costs are worth what the pact provides, security and prosperity. You are saying if I measure the costs versus the benefits on a vast scale, it is still tipped in the pact's favor. Thank you. I see your point. So, you're practicing with the javelin? I do. Sometimes we shamans become so attuned to the power of nature that we forget to tend to our more mundane powers. I'd like to know more about your tattoo. Dedrick looks down and sighs. I am tired, Atantuo, and I do not know you. Carrying it is a constant burden. Perhaps we can discuss it in time. Fair enough. Okay, that's that. So far, my companions haven't really had all that much to say, but that's obviously going to change over time. New dialogue will probably unlock as the main story progresses. I guess I'm going to go upstairs first. The wretch, what was his name? Lord Svarl, that's right. You are surprised to find a wretch sitting in Redbeard's glorious hall. He is gnawing his way through a wreck of ribs. His robes are torn and stained and gnawed bones form a gory little pile at his feet. He gives you a wave when you approach, though he doesn't rise. I, Lord Svarl, envoy of High Lord Deathskull, greet you. And I... He loses track of his speech, shrugs, and returns to dismantling his lunch. Okay. What is the wretch doing in Avadon? Eating, he belches. Your food. Been here for years. The food keeps getting better. He pats his round stomach. Look, I'm fat. Is good thing. Not a lot of fat wretches. You've been here for years? 4 years now. I like it, except when Avadon attacked. Svarl had to hide under bench. Attack ended. Fires put out. But it took 3 days to open kitchen again. Bad time. How did you get here? We ride, me and my guards. All can travel on the free roads. Is the law of the pact. Then all can come to Avadon. Lord Deathskull wants to send wretch. I say send me, 'cause I'm smart. You are an example of a smart wretch? Yes, look at this. He waves a bone at you. Could be in Wretchlands, hunting rats, fighting other wretches over dumb things. Instead, I, Lord Svarl, am here, safe and with meat. Only problem, Redbeard never see me, never see how smart this wretch lord is. You are a lord? Yes, High Lord Deathskull says so. So it is. Lord among wretches, Svarl is. Tell me about High Lord Deathskull. Is mightiest leader of mightiest tribe, and talking to Avadon will make him mightier still. At least was plan. Then I was here for years with no luck, but Svarl keeps trying. Okay. So you're seeking an audience with Redbeard? Yeah, I've been trying to get one for a long time. I get ideas. My new one is really good, really. But I need someone who can take my message. Whoever took my message to the Keeper would get a big bribe. He looks at you expectantly. Well, in the past, I have tried helping him to no avail, really. And all it gave me, beside the bribe, was that I annoyed Redbeard. But you know what? I can take your message. Really? It's this. There's a rebellion. Lots of rebels everywhere, even in Wretchlands. High Lord Deathskull wants to send his wretches to look around and spy and tell Avadon when we find rebels. Tell Redbeard about it, and I'll bribe you. He nods with satisfaction at a job well done and returns to his ribs. Okay. I mean, that doesn't sound terrible, although I can imagine better spies than wretches. Well, Felix, what do you need now that I'm an actual hand? Wait, I am a hand! Oh, but not a hand who travels through the Taiwan Empire. Ooh, I see. Okay. My bad. That was obviously an important detail. You slip back into Redbeard's hall. The keeper is sitting on his throne, lost in reports. He detects my presence, jumps in his chair. Atantua, what are you doing? Slinking around, hiding in the shadows? I might have mistaken you for an assassin. If I did, you would be dead now. Whoa. Calm down, I was just walking around. Redbeard starts to snarl a response, only to realize that he lost control. He takes a deep breath and counts to 3 in his hand. Never mind, Atantua, these are hard times. We are all on edge, even me. He watches you from the corners of his eyes. Fatigue. It is everywhere. Do I seem tired to you? You are exhausted at best. Redbeard sits up straight. Am I? You know, the only way an ineffective keeper has ever been removed from Avadon is by assassination. If I grow more tired, should this happen? No, you are the keeper. I obey. But maybe you should sleep? For a change? Noted. Now leave me, Atantuo. I have no more time. Wait, that's not what I wanted to talk to you about at all. I have a message from Lord Svarl. Oh, really? You know that wretch has lingered in the fort here for years, eating our food, wasting our time, and now he has tricked another hand into bothering me. Why do you tolerate him? Because I confess he has come to amuse me. So, this message. Redbeard sits up and rests his hand on his beard in an excellent imitation of rapt attention. Go ahead. He wants to have wretches scout for rebel activity. Redbeard is still and silent. Eventually he blinks. He seems perplexed. Wait, that is an idea. A good idea. A very good idea. Tell Svarl that I will at some point grant him an audience. You have done well. That is all. Okay, that is all. Well, that was more successful than I had hoped for. Redbeard was interested in your idea. Lord Svarl is so surprised by this news that he bites his tongue.
Ow! Ow! What? It's a good idea? Really? Fantastic! I knew I could do it. I will wait for Redbeard's summons. Oh, you want a reward? Here, it's a thing I won gambling.
He gives you a scarab.
It's a scarab. I can't use it. Thank you.
He turns away and tends to his swollen tongue. Awesome. That was quite a bit of experience too. Alright, I can't change scarabs on this floor though. Also, I've thought that to take care of all the level ups and equipment and stuff off camera after this episode is over. Assuming that I can finish off exploring this lower floor. I guess I will just do it, no matter how long it takes. It shouldn't be that much longer, maybe. Although I don't know how many NPCs are down there. I know of one. But it shouldn't be too big of a place, if it hasn't changed much. Okay, Envoy Brasula is still here. Another familiar face. Or not, because this is definitely a different graphic. Different portrait again. There is a tall, elegant woman sitting at this table. She wears a long, flowing dress that must have been fantastically expensive. It's kind of a shame. She has tried so hard to seem elegant, only to look like a sleepless wreck. She sits alone and sips wine with a trembling hand. When you approach, she stands and bows. Bows. Well, bow and bow will always get me. I don't know. In these troubled times, we must always be obsequious to our masters. We have learned to be humble. I am Envoy Brasula of the Taiwan Empire. She sits down and eagerly reclaims her goblet of wine. Why are you here? I came here as an envoy to Avadon, to ask for help, to plead our case. Now I am a simple prisoner, gently held, true, and plied with wine, but I am not free to leave, so I am a prisoner. You want help from us? Of course. Avadon cares for nothing but stability and the safety of the pact, yes? Well, sometimes this means that your interests align with ours. When your raiders attack us, for example, then Avadon can come. When your raiders attack us, for example, then Avadon can come to our aid. You are our prisoner? Yes, she refills her goblet. These are the days of war. Attacks on Avadon, some madman named Deles, who may not even exist. Your leaders see endless threats in the Top 1 Empire, so they find me useful. Useful for what? Useful as a hostage. Useful as someone you can ask questions of. Questions I am completely unable to answer. And when you grow angry and scared enough, you will take out your frustrations by torturing me into oblivion. That is the most value I can offer you. Oh, someone's bitter. I want to learn about the Tawan Empire. Oh, the Tawan Empire. Once mighty. We had all of Linnaeus at our beck and call for 1,000 years. And then she waves her hand through the air and makes a whoosh noise. Then it went. It all can go so fast. Now we are an old power, dusty and tired, held down under the boot of those we once ruled. You're packed, young and energetic. You're bitter about it. Why wouldn't I be? Empires rise and fall. Avadon was built, and one day it will crumble. The Pact is young, and our empire is old. That age has given us a certain perspective. Avadon is angry and scared. They will take out their rage on whoever they can, including the Tawan. Including me. The Empire used to rule over us? The Tawan Empire used to rule most of Linnaeus, thus the word Empire. We grew old and complacent and we lost those lands, but we have memories, and some, fools mainly, have ambitions. What do you think of the Pact? A young, energetic power, very successful and very full of itself. But you are only a century from a gruesome civil war and your 5 nations are constantly at each other's throats. She takes a long sip from her goblet. The Tawan Empire in its decayed, pathetic form will outlast you. You may have a point, but then who's to know the future? She nods. Of course, if more gain your wisdom and vision, you may have hope. But I do not think this will happen. Do you wish to discuss anything else? No, not for now, thanks. So no quest from her, at least not at this point. This is still abandoned. Hard Protoss quarters, okay. Probably sealed, yeah. Makes sense. Oh, what is this? Eastern guest quarters. Those are open. Oh, I think I might have picked the lock accidentally. Doesn't seem to be anyone here anyway. Volker. Okay. This young man is not well. He is hiding in the shadows, keeping out of sight as much as possible, yet you can still see the twisted limbs, the twitching, the patches where his skin is peeling off. Ugh. He says in a raspy voice, "I am Volker. I am here to talk to people. And for help." What happened to you? He tries to respond, but a long coughing fit interrupts him. It is painful to watch. He finally uses a cloth to mop the blood from his lips and starts again. "I was a researcher. In the corruption. I made a mistake. The corruption is in me, so I came here." What were you researching? "I was in Monitor Base D, watching the darkness, trying to see if it was expanding or contracting. I had to travel, measure, leave the base. I wanted to restore nature, cure the disease, expand the wild realm. I was a fool." What happened? It was a short jaunt from the base. The ground warped around us. We're somewhere else, lost. Took us to get back. Took days to get back. Not enough supplies. You ran out of food? Water first. There is water in the corruption, and food. You must never drink or eat there. But we got so hungry. I drank. And? Such a little tale. Simple. Left, drank, came back. But the corruption is in me. It warps me. More every day. How's your treatment going? The eyes give me things. A few ease the suffering. Most don't. They experiment. I'm an amusing case for them. Do you think they can cure you? I have to. Hope is what I have. Well, I'm not planning to go to the corruption.
That is wise. Very wise.
Okay. But well, I don't know. Looking at the title of this game, I have a feeling that maybe those plans are going to change. Northern guest quarters. Okay, those are locked. Still haven't found Hannah's sister. Nope, still not found her. An Avadon's servant. Alcandra's chambers. But he's not here, of course. Is there anything in there? Yes, there is. Well, thanks for your contribution to the cause, Alcandra. And your Shiria's chambers. Nah, I would feel bad about robbing her. Steward Galois. Galois? One of Avadon's stewards wanders around these vast, damp storage chambers. He seems quite happy, whistling a jaunty tune. Then he sees you. Oh, a hand. Come down from your lofty heights to see how the little people live. I'm Steward Galois. How can I help you? Not many hands come down here. Why would they? There are two sorts of people in Avadon. The agents, hands, eyes and hearts, and everyone else, servants, envoys, scum. Not that I'm bitter. How can I help? I would like to... Well, I don't have anything to sell, really. What equipment can you give me? Equipment? Talk to Smith Dumas. Or Crafty Master Nick. Or whatever they're called. Smith Dumas seems about right. Crafty Master Nick? I keep Avadon fed, nothing more. All my blades are for peeling potatoes. Well, what can you give me then? Give? Nothing. If you want something extra, you'll have to trade for it. Redbeard's rules. Well, let's trade then, but yeah. Wow, utterly ridiculous prices. Indeed, lockpicks for 150. No thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh, what is this? Oh, wait. Potion of Vitality. Sure, I'll take it. This is the other staircase, and this is Envoy Diran. This official clearly came here with both wealth and influence. Her jewelry, her silken robes, her regal bearing, which is why it seems a little odd that her desk is down here, carefully balanced on the bars of the great underfoot. When you enter, she stands and turns to you. Her dignified air is barely disturbed by the big drop of gross water that drips onto her head. Not often a hand deigns to visit me down here. I am Diran, chosen envoy of Hanvar's council. Welcome to the luxurious office you have given me. You are from Hanvar's council? I am. They have chosen me to be their eyes. A singular honor. She looks at the lumber stacked against the wall. Not that your superiors see it that way. Tell me about the council. It has 16 members, 3 from each pact state plus the Imperator, chosen by the rest of the council. They lead the pact. Them, not Avadon. Why are you down here? Because my presence reminds Avadon that there are actual limits to their power. I remind Redbeard that he is no god. That is why they prefer to keep me out of sight. You're here to judge us? Oh yes, you should be judged every day. A small price to pay for the influence you wield. After all, you serve the pact, not the other way around. Huh. And now I only have a choice between these two. We need a judge. Avadon's power is out of control and needs stricter limits. Not sure I would put it that way, but I do agree that some sort of control is necessary to prevent power from being abused. I'm not saying it is being abused right now. But I'm definitely not going to say two, so we do need a judge. She raises one finely groomed eyebrow at your response. I am relieved. Someone here finally said as much. Why are you here? I mean, I know, but there are times have been sent. I've been sent to observe Avadon to make sure that it merits the wealth it consumes and the power it wields. What does your investigation entail? Nothing sinister, nothing like what you do in your dungeons. I am a simple observer. I see what you do, what resources you have stored. I watch, I ask questions. All hands, eyes, and hearts are bound to aid me, including you. And yet you're down here. A simple bit of childishness on Redbeard's part. He can be a prankster. She smiles wryly. The insulting quarters I have been given will not dissuade me. So I need to help you? You need to answer my questions when I have them. Of course, she leans back in her chair and pours a cup of tea. If you are ambitious and don't mind earning some council gold, you can find out a few things for me. Nothing dangerous, nothing that would anger your masters, only a few things I'd like to see on my behalf. What do you want to know? Nothing complicated. It'll be simple. You won't even have to walk far. There is a tower above your quarters. The sign says Tower of Trials. Oh yeah, I've seen that. This intrigues me. I'd like you to enter it and tell me what is up there. Is it locked? It is. I have heard, however, that the trainer, Hand-Kaede, has the key. I have not talked to her. I remember seeing her before, but now that I think about it, was she also in the training hall? Maybe I just missed her. I have another question. Is it true that you have a relative here? She sighs. I wish Hana wouldn't tell people that. It causes people to question my impartiality. Though neither I nor she would dare weaken the law. People should know this. Why? We are from the Kwa. We come from nobility. But we chose lives of service instead. Law is our meat and drink from the day we are born. If my duty forces me to bring my sister to heal, I will do it. She sighs. Does make family get-togethers a little awkward, though. I can imagine. Well, that's all for now, thanks. Okay, go to the Tower of Trials, and for that I'll have to talk to Kaede anyway, so it's no problem that I forget to talk to her before. And I guess that's it for this floor as well. It's also high time I end this episode, but I think I'm about done exploring. Next time I will probably go talk to Kaede. Maybe do this quest, visit the Tower of Trials. Maybe see if there is a way to open the... or to, yeah, access the dungeons to do that other quest. And maybe start going on the first main quest. We'll see how long all of this other stuff takes, though. For the time being, as always, I thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button and leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Till then, have a wonderful time, and bye-bye.